Tarot is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Please use your own discernment. Full disclaimer in the description box. Please do like, share, comment, and hit that notification bell not to miss out on any of our brilliant readings. Please also visit the Southern Star Extra channel for some extra content to get a double dose of the Southern Star Tarot. I will see you in the next reading. Please do like, share and comment, and note timestamps are included for your convenience. Hello, my beautiful stars. Hope you are all well. It is still the 14th of August. It is now 1:10 in the afternoon. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome to all the new members. If you're new here, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. The only thing that it will cost you is losing out on the brilliant, lovely content that we're putting out on this and the interaction with this amazing community that we've got here. Then thank you very much again to Darlene. Have a look at the video that I did on the David Foster scenario. There I have shown off all the new goodies that Darlene from heavens above have sent me. Her details are in the description box, so please go and support her. She is on the South Island of New Zealand. Even if you're international and you want something special from New Zealand, speak to her. She will probably be able to sort something out for you. Okay, my lovelies, she's not a sponsor of the channel. She is just a very, very loyal supporter of the channel, and she is just so gracious to give me these lovely little gifts. Okay, the pendulum that she sent me, I've given it a little bit of a spin. I know I opened it this morning, but I just needed to check, and I have asked it to show me the yes and the no's and the maybes, and I asked the pendulum if it was ready to talk, and it said to me no. And I asked it if it wanted some more time to get into the energy, and it said yes. So I will respect the pendulum because it's obviously still getting used to my energy and everything. Okay, now let's clear all the energies. I use different devices to clear the energy. It all just goes on how I feel on the day. Sometimes I use my panic button. Sometimes I use my tuning fork. Other times I'll just use the bell. So there's no hard and fast. It is just how the energy feels for me on the day. This is a question, and I think if I've got it wrong, do correct me in the comments, but I think the question was from Buckle Up Buttercup. And she asked, and I think it was in relation to the video I did on were the Sussexes booted out of the royal family, or did they leave, or whatever the case is. The video is in the Royal Gossip playlist, which is available public. So if you want to know anything, pop around there. Also, for those who have of recent asked questions about is Harry Charles' son, I have done a reading on it, and it is also in that playlist, and I think it was called Harry's Father or something in those lines, but just pop into the search and it will pop out. Okay, it was quite an enlightening reading, and also look at the latest Princess Diana auto writing that I did, and refer to that as well. There's also a reference made in there. But now I've got this true crime, and the question is, what did the royal family, or did the royal family find out anything? What made them suddenly decide to make them boot them? Let's put it that way. What information did they come across that they might not have been aware of, but then had come to the foreground? Because, you know, with very powerful people and with criminal organizations and people, if they want to hide things, they can hide it, but it won't stay hidden forever. It just takes a lot of digging and a lot of information. Love. What is love? Love. Heart, I don't know. Very strange card to pop out. Who she might have been in love with. The reason for her falling in love with Harry. It's just come to me. The reason why she fell in love with Harry. The reason why she hooked up with Harry. That is what's just come to me. Again, let's ask the cards if they can reveal anything. What has been found? What did MI6, MI5, James Bond, Paddington Bear, I'm being silly here, Interpol, whatever, what did they find out about her that made them spooked? And did they see the writing on the wall with something? And that fell out. Abuse and neglect and power. Power. It is, okay, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. Let's get the full lot on the table. Okay, these cards are definitely ready. The cards are definitely ready. And let us cut here. And as per usual, as I start reading, a little monkey decides to wake up. So let us get these cards on the table here. What are the cards revealing for us today? Let's get this out. And I'm just doing something different for a change. I'm just doing something different for a change. You know, different things, a spice of life, you know, the spice of life. Let me just have a sip of water. And let us see. I'm going to move these down in the position that they are. And let us reveal. You cannot make this up. Motel, hotel, Soho, death, legal proceedings, devil, revenge. Oh, wow. Jeez, okay, jeez Louise. Sure, hold on a second here. Just grabbing my grounding stone here. It is, I'm being choked up here. Excuse me, just give me a second. Sorry guys, something just suddenly choked me up. I should be fine. I should be fine with this. Let us just do this. Sorry, it was just something really just choked me up there. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. Let me just do this as well. I'm just putting some more protection around us. Okay, it was definitely something about Soho. And remember I did a reading and it was about Marcus and Darkus and Meghan and whatever. I'll see if I can find exactly which reading it was. But there was a reading what Marcus has on Meghan. And that reading told me it's a complete different question here. Complete different question, and this is months apart. And that reading showed us that he's got something on her, that she was found in some position or the other where she was not supposed to be, and it caused something or the other. But these legal proceedings, there was something legal that was hidden. There was definitely something legal, and she was helped out and she was gotten out of that situation. There's the devil. There's the devil. And how many times does it come up, this devil card, and the devil in her and everything? It had something to do, and she was out, and they found that she was out for revenge somehow. Somebody has revenge on them. They found out that there is revenge on the family. There's revenge out on for the family. Somebody was trying to get at the family through her. But it all goes back to them. And I'm telling you now, a lot of that has to do with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor as well. And I'll tell you now, it has to do with her other days as well, and the connections there. Let's continue reading. Fraud. Fraud, fraud, fraud. She's a fraud. There's the male. There's the male that helped her out. And we all know who the male is that helped her out. An affair. There we, guys, I'm telling you, my cards keep telling me that she is a fraud. And there is, we all know who that male is. And Zara agrees with me who that male is that has helped her out. He agrees. The male. Darkest. And their connections. And in that reading, I also said that the person involved was of high standing. It was somebody with legal connections or in government or something in those lines. And there's that legal card coming in again. And there's affair. An affair with the devil. She made a deal with the devil. And there he agrees. Give me a moment. Made a deal with the devil. But she also had and this affair, it was with somebody that she met at Soho, that she had an affair with. And I'll tell you, there's footage of her somewhere. Hold on, wait, let's see. Female, there we go. Look how the female connects there. The female fraud. Oh, whoa, okay, let me put this aside first. I didn't expect that. Look here, look how the female and the home side and affair and the devil all links, and the male with home side and affair and the legal proceedings. Look how this all ties in here, and look how this ties in here, and this all forms part. And who's the central figure here? The male that she had an affair with. I'm sure the male that she had an affair with as well, but also the male that helped her out. Jesus, this has gone dark. With the Assassin's Creed, that movie, the Assassin's Creed. You know, and an assassin can be a silent one as well. It can be a slow-moving assassin. It can be a character assassination. It can be reputable assassination. All those things. But it can also mean what we think it means. One plane crash away. One plane crash away. Everything goes back to there, to Soho. We keep getting back to Soho. What is underlying? Secret. Am I surprised? There we go. And what did I say? Things were buried very deep. They really had to dig. Secrets and her connection to that. And an organized crime family can also be a cult as well, okay? The connections to the hotel can also be cult-like. A cult doesn't have to be pentagrams and black magic and things like that. Just keep that in mind. A cult can be many, many different things, okay? It can be a Jeffrey Dahmer. It can be the Epps connection cult. There's an accomplice. The accomplice, look here. Accomplice. And what did I say in the beginning? It was very deeply buried. They really had to dig deep. They really had to dig deep. But because this information is so sensitive, and I know you guys are sitting there and you are typing away, they should expose it, they should expose it. It's a lot more complicated than we think. There's a lot happening behind the scenes and in the covert world and the spy worlds and stuff that just does not allow for certain things to come out. Because we don't know, they might be investigating these people. They might be gathering information, whatever. And there we go, that was the marriage. There's the marriage. Through the marriage. Through the marriage. They got in there through getting her married in. And then look here. What did I say? One plane crash away. But I don't know why, I just suddenly had this download coming down. I wonder if all of this it doesn't stem back to Diana's time. I'm just wondering if this all doesn't stem back to the Diana days. Because do remember, she did meet Epps, but she wanted nothing to do with him. Fergie was in there. Andrew was in there. I'm not saying that is all connected, but, you know, when you start looking at it and you start joining the dots, things start connecting somehow. The more I investigate this, the more it turns out to be that there is something very nefarious going on. Jeepers. Is there anything else do you want to tell us? Is there anything else you want to tell us? That card flopped out. Surveillance. She was under surveillance and they found something out. And look at that card. Look at that card. One plane crash away. Was that the comment that sealed the deal? Were there more comments like that made that we don't know about? But through diligent surveillance, which took a long time. Oh my word. I am actually completely and utterly stunned. But through that exposure, made sure that the royal family stays alive. The royal family stays alive. And believe it or not, you saw me sitting with these cards like this in my hand. I'm literally, take a guess what card is lying there. Take a guess. Desert. all goes back to those days. Look here, the opening and the ending card. I'm going to end it here. The opening and the ending card. Looking through the people. Sure. What an unexpected reading. I don't know. Are they ever going to let us know? Or is it going to remain? Is it going to remain? It's going to remain a secret. It's going to remain a secret. Because I definitely think there might have been an attempt. Somehow. You saw me shuffling, guys? You saw me shuffling. Look there. You saw me shuffling. It will remain a secret. This card here, the secret card now, and this assassination card, Assassin's Creed. I am just only wondering something. Remember, do you guys remember? Do you guys remember? There was the story that she was caught trying to get photos of Charlotte and George and them. She regrets that she was caught. She regrets that she was caught. I'm going to leave that motel card out there. It keeps going back there. Did they try? Let me see. Did they try? Was it a try? I don't know. Were the children a target? Were the children a target? Were the children a target? Sorry, these cards just jumped out. Greed, fake, jealousy, natural disaster, inside job. It's not really giving me an answer, but it was all for money. She did it all for money. It was all for money. And this fake death it would have looked like an accident. And she is very jealous, and it would have looked like it happened naturally, and it was an inside job. But, sorry, look there. As I was packing up, and I picked up, look there. And what did I say? Was it because of the children? And it would have looked like a natural thing. Something naturally would have happened. And she's always been very jealous. And been very jealous of Charlotte. There could have been two catalysts. That aeroplane comment and that photograph. And that would have tied in very much with the cult activity, child in cult activity. Let's leave it at that. I'm just saying, allegedly for fun and entertainment purposes, let's just allegedly leave it there. Freaking George, Mary, grote gatiep. Hi, u griet. Hi, u griet. This was very, very strange. Thank you, my friends. Let's move on to something else. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.